There is a moment, a single crystalline moment, when the universe holds its breath, waiting for your decision. You stand at the intersection of who you've been and who you're becoming, and every cell in your body knows that what happens next will echo through eternity. This is not about motivation. This is about metamorphosis. This is about the ancient truth that Napoleon Hill discovered when he sat across from Andrew Carnegie in 1908 and learned the secret that built empires. Your thoughts are not just random electrical impulses firing in your skull. They are the architects of reality itself. As you listen to these words, you are being invited into something profound, something that will demand everything of you and give you everything in return. For the next 30 days, you will not be the same person who woke up this morning. You will not carry the same fears, the same limitations, the same quiet desperation that maybe, just maybe, there's something more waiting for you beyond the horizon of your current existence. Because there is, but it will cost you everything you think you know about yourself. The ancient Greeks had a word, metanoia, a fundamental transformation of mind, a spiritual conversion that changes the very fabric of who you are. This is your metanoia. This is your crossing of the Rubicon, where Caesar looked back at Rome and declared, "The die is cast." There is no returning to who you were before you understood this truth. You are one decision away from a completely different life, not 1 year away, not 1 month away, one decision away. Right now, in this very moment, your subconscious mind is recording every word, every inflection, every pause. It doesn't know the difference between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience. It simply takes orders and begins the work of making those orders reality. This is why Hill spent 25 years studying the most successful people in human history, not for inspiration, but for instruction. Not for hope, but for the precise mechanics of how human consciousness creates physical reality. And what he discovered will change everything for you. Your mind is not a computer processing random thoughts. It is a broadcasting station, transmitting your deepest beliefs into the quantum field of infinite possibility. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every image you hold in your imagination is a signal sent out into the universe. And the universe, like a cosmic mirror, reflects back exactly what you broadcast. This is why Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome and history's most powerful man, spent his mornings writing to himself about the power of thought. Very little is needed to make a happy life. He wrote in his private journal, "It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." But here's what Aurelius knew that most people never discover: thinking is not enough. Believing is not enough. You must become. For the next 30 days, you will master the art of becoming. You will learn what Thomas Edison knew when he failed over 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. You will understand what Theodore Roosevelt meant when he said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." You will experience what Gandhi discovered when he declared, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." You will become the living embodiment of your highest vision. Every morning before your feet touch the floor, you will see yourself as the person you are becoming, not hope to become, are becoming. You will feel the weight of success in your bones. You will taste the sweetness of achievement on your tongue. You will breathe the air of a life fully realized, because your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. It simply accepts what you show it, and begins the work of making it physical reality. This is not wishful thinking. This is applied neuroscience. This is the same principle that allowed Jim Carrey to write himself a check for $10 million years before he earned it. The same force that drove Oprah Winfrey from poverty to becoming one of the most influential people on earth. The same power that transformed a stammering boy named Demosthenes into history's greatest orator by practicing with stones in his mouth until his speech became music. You have the same power. You have always had this power. You have always had this power. The only difference is that now you're going to use it with surgical precision. Your first commitment is this. For 30 days, you will guard your mind like a fortress. No negative thought will be allowed to take root. No destructive image will be permitted to play on the screen of your imagination. No limiting belief will be given voice in your inner dialogue. You will become the vigilant guardian of your own consciousness, understanding that every thought is either building your dream or destroying it. When fear whispers, you will answer with vision. When doubt creeps in, you will respond with certainty. When circumstances try to convince you that change is impossible, you will remember that every great achievement in human history began with someone who refused to accept what everyone else considered impossible. The Wright brothers were bicycle mechanics when they decided to fly. Henry Ford was a failure until he wasn't. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity is not talent, not luck, not circumstances. It is the unwavering conviction that their inner vision is more real than their current reality. This is your conviction. This is your unshakable faith in the unseen. But faith without works is dead. Vision without action is hallucination. For the next 30 days, you will merge the power of consciousness with the discipline of daily action. You will understand what Napoleon Bonaparte meant when he said, "I make my own luck." You will discover what Apple's Steve Jobs knew when he declared, "The people in the crazy house who think they can change the world are the ones who do." Carry a card with your single, most important goal written on it. Read it the moment you wake up. Read it before you sleep. Let it sear into your subconscious. Every morning you will write down the one thing, the single most important thing that will move you closer to your vision. Not 10 things. Not 5 things. One thing. Because clarity is power. And power focused becomes unstoppable force. Spend 10 minutes daily visualizing your goal as already achieved. Feel it. Taste it. Breathe it. Ask yourself, if I were guaranteed success, what would I do today? Then do it. Leonardo da Vinci carried a notebook everywhere he went, capturing every idea, every observation, every flash of inspiration. Mozart heard entire symphonies in his mind before writing a single note. Einstein spent years visualizing what it would be like to ride alongside a beam of light before discovering the theory of relativity. Your notebook becomes your sacred text. Your daily visualization becomes your prayer. Your single daily action becomes your offering to the altar of possibility. And here's what will happen. Your outer world will begin to rearrange itself to match your inner world. People will start appearing in your life who can help you. Opportunities will emerge from nowhere. Resources will manifest exactly when you need them. This is not magic. This is the natural law of attraction, operating through a consciousness aligned with its highest purpose. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. For 30 days, act as if it is impossible to fail. Not as a fantasy, but as a prediction. Because here's the truth. You are already standing in your future. The only question is, will you recognize yourself when you arrive? But alignment requires sacrifice. It demands that you let go of who you've been to become who you're meant to be. Like a snake shedding its skin, you must release the old identity that no longer serves your evolution. The person you were yesterday, with their fears, their limitations, their excuses, must die so that the person you're becoming can be born. This is why ancient initiation rites involved symbolic death and rebirth. This is why every great spiritual tradition speaks of dying to the old self. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that your purpose is greater than your fear. For the next 30 days, do one thing every day that scares you. A difficult conversation. A bold ask. A risk. When doubt whispers, answer with action. Every sunrise becomes a gift you will not squander. Every breath becomes fuel for your becoming. Every heartbeat becomes a drum calling you forward into the fullness of who you are meant to be, because you will doubt yourself. On day 7, when the initial excitement wears off. On day 14, when old habits try to reclaim you. On day 21, when your transformation is almost complete but not quite visible to others. These are the days that separate the dreamers from the achievers, the wishers from the builders, the talkers from the walkers, these are the days when you will discover what you're truly made of. Muhammad Ali didn't become the greatest by training only when he felt like it. Michael Jordan didn't achieve greatness by practicing only when it was convenient. Marie Curie didn't discover radium by working only when inspiration struck. They understood what you are about to understand. Excellence is not an act but a habit. Greatness is not a destination but a daily practice. Your daily practice begins with your morning ritual. Before you check your phone, before you read the news, before you allow the world to tell you who you should be today, you will spend 20 minutes visualizing your goal as already achieved. You will feel the emotions of success coursing through your body. You will speak words of gratitude for the life you are creating. This is not positive thinking. This is reality programming. John D. Rockefeller, America's first billionaire, saved 10% of every dollar he ever earned, no exceptions. Not because he needed to, but because he understood wealth is a habit before it's a reality. For the next 30 days, save 10% of every dollar you earn. If you earn nothing today, save 10% of your time invested in learning. Give 10%. Not just money, energy, attention, kindness. The law of reciprocity is ironclad. Your subconscious mind is like rich, fertile soil. It doesn't care what seeds you plant. Weeds or wheat, flowers or thorns, it simply grows whatever you consistently plant in it. For too long you've been planting worry, doubt, and limitation. For the next 30 days you will plant only seeds of success, abundance, and possibility. Your definiteness of purpose becomes your North Star. When storms rage and compass needles spin wildly, you will navigate by this fixed point of light. When others lose their way in the fog of uncertainty, you will walk confidently forward because you know exactly where you're going. But knowing where you're going is not enough. You must become someone capable of arriving there. This is the secret hidden in plain sight. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you are. If you want to attract wealth, you must become valuable. If you want to attract love, you must become loving. If you want to attract success, you must become successful. In your thoughts, words, and actions before it manifests in your external circumstances. This transformation happens from the inside out, never from the outside in. You cannot think poverty thoughts and expect wealth. You cannot speak words of defeat and expect victory. You cannot act like a victim and expect to live like a victor. Your external world is simply a reflection of your internal world. Change the inner and the outer must follow. For 30 days you will speak only words that align with your vision. You will think only thoughts that support your success. You will take only actions that move you toward your goal. This is not about perfection. This is about direction. Every thought redirected, every word realigned, every action adjusted is a step closer to the life you were born to live. Ideas are worthless. Vision is worthless. Execution is everything. Steve Jobs didn't just dream of the iPhone, he built it. Oprah didn't just hope for success. She outworked everyone around her for the next 30 days. Move before you're ready. The perfect time does not exist. At the end of each day, ask, what did I do today that moved me closer to my goal? The ancient Chinese had a saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. You cannot change the past, but you can create the future. You cannot undo yesterday's mistakes, but you can make today count. You cannot guarantee outcomes, but you can control your effort. Your effort becomes your prayer. Your persistence becomes your faith. Your consistency becomes your miracle. And miracles will begin to happen. Not supernatural interventions, but natural results of supernatural effort. People will start calling you lucky. Opportunities will seem to find you everywhere. Resources will appear from unexpected sources. This is not luck. This is the universe responding to your clarity, commitment, and consistent action. But with great power comes great responsibility. As your life transforms you, become a beacon for others who are searching for the same light you found. Your success becomes a testimony that transformation is possible. Your achievement becomes proof that dreams can become reality. Your example becomes an invitation for others to begin their own journey of becoming. This is the ripple effect of personal transformation. When you change, everyone around you changes. When you rise, you lift others with you. When you break through your limitations, you shatter the glass ceiling of possibility for everyone in your circle of influence. The caterpillar doesn't know it will become a butterfly. It simply follows its inner programming, building a cocoon and surrendering to the process of metamorphosis. It doesn't resist the dissolution of its old form or fear the emergence of its new one. It trusts the ancient wisdom encoded in its DNA and allows transformation to occur. You have this same wisdom encoded in your spiritual DNA. You have the same capacity for complete metamorphosis. You have the same potential for radical transformation. The only difference is that you get to choose. You get to decide. You get to say yes to becoming everything you were created to be. Your cocoon is these 30 days. Your metamorphosis is this process of daily transformation. Your wings are waiting for you on the other side of your commitment to change. But first, you must surrender who you've been. You must release the familiar comfort of limitation and embrace the thrilling uncertainty of unlimited possibility. You must die to your old identity and be reborn into your true self. This death is not easy. The old self will fight to survive. Then often, it will whisper that change is too hard, too risky, too unlikely. It will remind you of past failures and convince you that this time will be no different. It will flood your mind with doubt and fill your heart with fear. This is when you must remember why you started. This is when you must return to your vision with renewed determination. This is when you must choose faith over fear, possibility over probability, hope over history. This is when you must remember why you started. This is when you must return to your vision with renewed determination. This is when you must choose faith over fear, possibility over probability, hope over history. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control what happens in you. You cannot direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You cannot determine the weather, but you can decide how you will dance in the rain. For 30 days, you will dance. Even when storms rage around you, you will find the rhythm of possibility pulsing in your heart. Even when others doubt your vision, you will hear the music of your dreams playing in your soul. Even when the path seems impossible, you will take the next step with the confidence of someone who knows that the impossible is just the untried. Henry Ford was right when he said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Your thoughts become your reality. Your beliefs become your experience. Your vision becomes your destiny. But belief without action is impotent. Vision without execution is an illusion." For 30 days, you will bridge the gap between dreams and reality through consistent, purposeful action. Every day, without exception, you will do something that moves you closer to your goal. Some days, that action will be large and obvious. Other days, it will be small and seemingly insignificant. But size doesn't matter. Consistency does. Direction doesn't require speed. It requires commitment. Progress doesn't demand perfection. It demands persistence. The Chinese bamboo tree grows underground. For 4 years, it builds its root system, preparing for what's coming. Then in the 5th year, it grows 90 feet in 60 days. Was it a slow grower for 4 years and then a fast grower in the 5th? Or was it growing all along, building the foundation for explosive growth? You are the bamboo tree. These 30 days are your root-building season. Others may not see the growth happening, but you will feel it in your bones. Others may not understand the transformation occurring, but you will know it in your soul. Others may doubt the reality of your vision, but you will experience it as inevitable destiny. And then, like the bamboo tree, your breakthrough will seem to happen overnight. But you will know the truth. It was happening all along. Every thought redirected, every word realigned, every action taken in faith was building the foundation for this moment of visible transformation. Success is not an event. It's a process. Greatness is not a destination, it's a way of traveling. Excellence is not an accident, it's a habit. The time for waiting is over. The season of excuses has ended. The era of someday has expired. Today, right now, in this moment, your transformation begins. Not tomorrow when you feel more ready. Not next week when circumstances improve. Not next month when you have more time. Now. Because now is all you have. In 30 days, you will look back at this moment as the turning point. The moment when you decided that enough was enough. The moment when you chose growth over comfort, possibility over probability, faith over fear. The moment when you stepped into your power and claimed your birthright of greatness. The future arrives with your next decision. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your destiny awaits. The universe is holding its breath, waiting for your answer. What will it be?